I've seen so many horror stories on creatives choosing to share their experiences as a model and within the modeling industry. And while I can say my experience has been nothing like that, I've really had nothing like extreme or negative, I've still decided that the modeling industry is not for me. What's up guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Jonathan. I speak about entrepreneurship, creativity, and I also dabble into modeling as well. But I officially ended my contract. I'm no longer a signed model, and in this video I just wanted to explain a few reasons why. So it all goes back to 2 years ago when I was first signed, and it's funny because now it seems like it was such a long time ago, and it's just funny because I was signed almost by accident. I've always wanted to be, I can remember from when I was like literally 16 years old wanting to be a model, but I never really acted on it. It's not something that I actually thought would really happen, so it was a bit weird how it happened. Like, it was just another typical day. I was going to the gym because I started training. This was when I was 18, just about to turn 19, I believe. And my brother was actually, he wanted to get signed as well. He was on the way to go and see an agency with his friend, but his friend actually cancelled on him. And I was like literally leaving the house, and he was leaving as well. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to see an agency. Do you want to come with me?" And I literally just said, "Yeah, okay, that might be cool." And then we both went to the agency, and then they liked both of us, and then that's literally how I got signed. It was literally by pure coincidence and accident, but I was so excited. Like, it was literally like some like subconscious, like I just felt like something was like bubbling like in the background, like in the back of my brain, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but this was 2 years ago now, and literally I was over the moon. I couldn't be more ecstatic. That was something that I wanted for years, but I really struggled with self-confidence growing up, so it was really something that I didn't think would happen. Like, even before getting signed and going there, like, there were a lot of people genuinely telling me to go to look into it to get signed, but I just thought they were like just talking rubbish, so I didn't really believe what they were saying. But it turns out that it was true. I just went, and on like the first meeting we signed. But the problem started when we signed to the first agency we saw, and without reading the contract through properly. But I'll get to that in a bit. But I was 18, 19, feeling fresh. Like, I was signed, I was feeling fresh, I was feeling good. And at the time I was actually working in a restaurant, so I was working like, I think like 50-hour weeks. In the back of a restaurant, like cooking and serving food. So at that time I literally told my manager that I couldn't work in the morning anymore, literally because generally most, if not all, of the castings that you need to go to are either in the morning or the afternoon. So the plan was for me to have the morning and afternoon free, and then from like 6 p.m. I'll go to work, and that's what I literally did immediately. And it worked out well. I had time to go to castings. I went to castings, and for the first few months it was just quite a lot of castings. I didn't really get any work, and I remember I did like something for Snapchat, but like it was just like little bits of pay coming in. That wasn't, but to be honest, I didn't really care about the money. It was just something so exciting. And at that time I also met so many new people as well. There's so many people that you meet just generally as a model, the places that you travel to, like all the different models at the castings and all that. So I was meeting so many new people. I was really enjoying myself, and I was supporting myself from working in the morning as well. But a few months, up to a year, passed by where I was just getting small jobs here and there. But after the first year is when I got my first like big job that I was so stoked about. My agency called me and they said that Adidas want to see me, and I was like, what? Like Adidas, like they're like, yeah. So I only like, yeah. So I went, like the next day I went to the casting, and then I believe 2 days later my agency called me again, said I got the job, and that was when it was really like, yo, I'm actually a model. Like, this is crazy. Like, I have the opportunity now. I don't even know how it happened, but like one of my favorite brands, one of the biggest brands in the world that I'm able to like work with, that was like so mind blowing and so just wow. I couldn't believe it. And to this day, that is the best job I've ever had. Not in terms of money or anything like that, but that was, I think it's just something about the first job. Like, and especially the first job that is something that you really wanted as well. Like, that was the most fun, the most amazing job I've had to this date. And yeah, that was really something special. But yeah, it was a day job. I made a really good amount of money. Like, it was, I think, a 10-hour shoot, and I made like over more than a month's wages that I was working at the restaurant. So literally, I'll be working at the restaurant like how many hours? Literally 200 hours that I'll be working at the restaurant for the month, because I was working a good amount of hours, like 30 to 50 hours a week. I got paid that for one day's work just for Adidas, and I was like, okay, that's insane. Yeah, I just became like high off modeling. Like, I just fell in love with it. I really loved it. And at that time as well, I was already going to the gym, so I was already I already had like the physique I needed. I was just cutting for a very long time, but like in terms of my eating and weight, there was nothing really that I needed to do already. Like, for men it's a little bit different, because compared to women, like, women are meant to be a little more slim, a little more petite. That's like the standard that a lot of people want models to have, and that's what really causes a lot of the mental health issues and eating disorders with a lot of girls. For men, you do need to be slim, but at the same time you need to be muscular, and for that to occur, obviously you generally eat a lot more. So like, eating was not really an issue, and just having the body and the weight and the training that I needed to do, I was already doing that, so that wasn't an issue. 1 year into modeling, and after I did the Adidas shoot, I actually started my own business. I started a marketing agency. I became an entrepreneur basically. So I actually saved up enough money, pretty much all from modeling, to quit my, well, no, did I quit? Yeah, for me to decrease my hours even less. So when I was working at the restaurant, this is a completely different story, but I was working really hard, so I moved up, and I actually got promoted to like supervisor. But at that time, the modeling money was good, and I just started my business, so I decided to not focus on that. I actually stopped my training as a supervisor, and then I went straight into working nights. And that allowed me to, in the day, focus modeling and focus on the business. And I actually like saved enough money for me to do that. So I only started working like from 50 hours to 20 hours a week, and then I would survive from my entrepreneur money and my modeling money. And that turned out great. Like, I felt like I was really doing something, really pursuing my dreams and really pursuing the life that I wanted to live. Nothing major just happened for me to like just say, stop, like I don't want to do this no more. It was more little incremental things that I started to realize, and like I started to feel like certain type of ways that I didn't want to feel. Like over time, small things occurred that just made me realize or think that, or come to the conclusion that the agency and the booking managers and all of those people didn't necessarily have like my interests at heart, or the models at heart that they're promoting, that they're working for, that they're working with. It was really more of supplying and basing everything on them, which is completely fine until it's not. Like, yeah, like a year and a half into it, work started slowing down, but I literally think everything, like, that was completely fine because I had like 2 other sources of income, so that wasn't a problem. It was just for modeling, I never really did it or really do it for the money. It's just the experience. So it was kind of like they wouldn't put you up for a job because it's you. They would have a bunch of models, and they would literally, let me try and put it this way. Say they have like 10 models. They wouldn't, and they're managing 10 models. They know that because when you're signed, you're not really meant to be working. You're literally meant to be free full time for you to go to castings and you to get work. So that's pretty much the contract. So it's like them having 10 models, knowing that all of them are signed full time and not really caring. So it would be like, out of the 10 models, they wouldn't care about getting each of them work. It would only be about, okay, I have 10 models. I don't really care who it is that gets the job. I'm gonna get commission because one of my models will get the job. So it was more like, became more of in their best interests and not really caring specifically about you. That's the type of energy that I started to feel, if that analogy makes any sense at all. And there were just little things that I kind of, I guess, was numb to, or kind of, I don't want to say naive, but just didn't notice, I guess, because I was new into the industry and it was like fresh energy. But I just started to feel like extremely like objectified, and I've never felt that in my life. I can't say I now understand what a lot of females feel, because I don't. I'm still like not in their shoes, but I can identify with what it like just feels to be objectified, like literally. Literally just feel like an object, like a piece of meat. Like, it's weird because no one can make you feel how you want to feel. If you want to feel like, if you want to be positive, be positive. If you want to be negative, be negative. Like, no one can really, unless you let them, make them feel any type of way. But then it's kind of, when it's happening all of the time by literally everyone that you meet, and it's not like the models or anyone like that. It's really, I don't really want to say any names, obviously, because I don't want to throw like anyone under the bus, but going to castings, going on jobs, and it's feeling you're not really treated like a person. You're just treated literally as an object, just taking the photo or doing the video. And there's been a lot of jobs where that's not the case, where they're like respectful. They treat you really kindly, really nice. They've really respected who you are as a person, and that's something that I really love. That's one of the really good things in the industry, when there's people like that. But a majority of instances is where you're not treated like that. You're just treated literally, and to be honest, there's like a threshold that you can take. I feel like everybody's threshold is different, but there's a threshold where there's a limit to where you just can't take that type of attitude and behavior anymore. Like, I just started to really not I stopped enjoying going to castings, and I stopped enjoying a lot of the things that I used to enjoy. And I've only been doing this for like 2 years, so I'm really a baby. And I just started to like observe myself, observe how I was feeling, and yeah, it's crazy because I literally documented like the whole journey. Like you can check it out in the cards if you want. Like I literally made a whole playlist on getting signed, working as a model, and like I really enjoyed that. But then yeah, it just got to a point where there was a whole darker side. There was a whole another side to it that a lot of people don't talk about. Just started to feel frustrated, started to feel kind of negative about it in a kind of way, and I didn't want to be feeling that way about it, especially as it's a choice. Like you don't have to do it, it's a choice. So I just for months now thought long and hard about what I want to do, where I want to be in the future, the types of things that I want to do. Sorry, I need to go to the toilet. It took a long time to make this decision, but I feel like it's something that feels right, honestly. And yeah, 2 days ago, I literally wrote the email to the head of the agency, told them I want to end the contract, and that was it. Wow, that is bright. I just sent over an email to the head of the agency, and yeah, that's it. It's official. I've terminated the contract with the agency, and I'm no longer signed. Honestly, I feel relieved. I feel like there's been a weight lifted off my shoulders, and yeah, it feels good, to be honest. I'm now in a position where my business is good. I've been working on it ridiculously hard for the past year, and I'm in a position where it's now something tangible, and that's really where my focus is going to right now. That's something that my passion and drive is going to. I'm not even going to talk about my contract really, because that's a whole different story. But my contract was really bad. It had a lot of things that would have tied me down, that did tie me down, but I managed to get out of it. There was just a lot. I literally had to ask every model that I'm signed with, every model that was signed to the same agency that I left, how they did it. So I've been chatting to them for like 2 weeks straight on how to do it. But yeah, I'm out. If you're looking for agencies, please make sure that you read the contract properly and that you understand and agree to personally all of the terms and clauses that it states, because they can fuck you. But as for right now I'm happy and well, I'm healthy. I've got a lot of good things happening right now, and I'm just grateful to be here, to be honest. Cool. As for now though, sorry, I got tired. I'm super humbled and super grateful that my career is now in a position where I can go independent. So yeah, I might just stay independent, which means that I get to work with the companies that I want to, and in a way that I want to as well. So modeling, definitely, it's not something that I'm gonna stop. Just the way in which I'm gonna do it, I think, will change. Will I sign again? I'm not completely, let me get myself in frame. I'm not completely against signing again. It's just something that I think if I ever do, it will be in some time, and it's going to be something that I'm really conscious about and something that I really understand what I'm getting into. It will be something that doesn't prohibit me from doing anything that I need to do outside of it. I just want to take the time out to say thank you to all of you to all of you who have followed me through this journey, especially to all of you who were supporting me when I was even trying to get signed, and were leaving wonderful comments and positivity and all that good stuff. So I just want to say thank you to all who have been following me this far. I'm just really appreciative, really grateful, and just thank you. That's really all I can say. Thank you. If you guys want to see my journey becoming a model and being a model, as mentioned before, create a whole playlist which you can watch in the cards now. That is literally just me getting signed, going to castings, enjoying life just enjoying life as a model at that time. I really hope I did give you guys some value into my story and what I'm deciding to do. Let me know down in the comments if you want to know what you guys think. Let me know, well, actually, if you have any problems with your agency, or if you're signed as ready, or you're an aspiring model and trying to look into like what it's like. I read every comment, so definitely don't be shy to hit me up if you want to as well. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.